Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Pokémon Snow. I am your host, the Gold Crow, and with me I have a few of my wonderful friends with me, and one of which is going to regale us with what happened last time on Pokémon Snow. Take it away.
All right. So last time we had a wonderful experience of talking to many people. The first of these people was Estelle, who probably had like two things on her mind to ask us of, okay, where'd you find this rock? And what do you think about the people making it? But instead we kept her there for an hour talking about this, that, or the other. Basically, we got her to give us a little bit of a rundown on each of the teachers before we would go and meet them for the day, so I'll cover them there. We told her about what happened the day prior with our run-in with these dragon abominations, and she told us why divination magic is not taught at the school, and it's mostly down to the fact of they haven't figured that one out yet. And then the dragons may have the ability to regenerate, and slimes are also popping up in the city in strange places, and they like to go after tiny things like I don't know, whatever like whatever kind of pet a Pokemon would have, a fish. And so we met Nightingale, which we found out I had met previously, talking to Eric Hellis for one reason or another. And she says things more or less along the lines of necromancy is not the study of death, it's the study of life, and a bunch of, paradoxical things like that to more or less say that, listen, necromancy is just out there, whether you want it or not. You can learn it and figure out what to do about it, or you can ignore it and try to bury it, and it'll just come up and get you when you know nothing about it. Wolverick was a much more upbeat fellow, and he was having everyone dissect frogs, and Proteus, obliterated his because he got experience with that earlier in life when we went to go and visit Oranos, the shaman, when we had to dissect frogs for him. So it was easy peasy. And then after all this work, he noticed that Proteus was rather skilled with these things, and that uh, his associate Ozzy had told him that she wanted Proteus to go out into the woods. So he took Proteus aside and said, "Let's go and have a chat about what it kind of is we're looking at out there and why we want to send someone over there because the Expedition Society has not been able to clear the place out, and we're working with them." And so I said, "Okay, I'll get back to that." We met Soul Shade, who is an extremely neat-y, not needy uh, teacher. He is the divination guy, and by that I mean he has the amulets, not that he teaches it. He teaches abjuration, and there was a bunch of tests with catapults and stuff, and it was, basically physics class, the fun stuff. And then Malcolm had a bit of a heart to heart with Professor Eric Ellis. And then we went and talked to, uh, I want to call him Finnegan, but his name isn't Finnegan. It's Figgery.
Mm-hmm.
And he told us that Ozzy's class is going to go to the theater, and that they kind of do work there periodically, which raised some red flags for us. And then we closed out the day by Proteus meeting with Professor Wolverick and seeing the spore-infected corpse. Was not corpse. Is he a corpse? I don't know. That's what we're about to find out because this Mankey's got something weird going on.
Yes, okay. You can have the reroll for the session. So you were brought down sort of this lift elevator down a secret passage that was activated through a book on the shelf in his classroom. Uh, You're down in this very plain looking basement that has a one-sided window that you can see this on. Well, the side you're on has tables and various beakers and accoutrements of that of a biologist like Wolfric. But through the window, you see in a corner, in a room roughly the same size, but nothing is in it, there is what appears to be a Mankey just sitting in the corner. And as you mentioned, a Mankey, but at least something what was a Mankey is now this horrifying hybrid of Pokemon and fungus just slumped against the wall in the corner. And the toadstools and fungus just enveloping his body. You can see it's partially melded to the floor as well, the wooden floor, as if it's just he's being digested in this stuff. The mushrooms sprouting from him are various colors, and periodically he twitches, and you could see his limbs that look like these. They're overgrown in places, like they're not symmetrical with the other side, which some of him, like on the other side of him, it still looks like normal, but one side is just hands overgrown, and you see parasitic vines going down his arm. His eyes are just glassy and kind of unfocused, yet calm, as if he's just casually sitting there. He's clearly alive, too, but despite this grotesque transformation, he's just sitting there. Wolfric, the Zangoose biologist professor here, says, "Fascinating, isn't it? A living subject amidst of a transformation. This is the adaptability of life when pushed to extremes. Most would... Well, a lot would call this a sickness, and it is, but..." He walks over to the glass, and there's kind of this circular speaker, like indent, that he kind of beckons you over to. And he says, "Gus, my boy, tell our guest what happened to you." And the Mankey slowly turns over to the window, and he says, "Nothing happened to me, really. We just went into the forest and found some caves, and there wasn't much to find, just old, empty tunnels. On our way out, a rock slide hit us, and my friends didn't make it, but I did. It's not so bad. It's actually kind of nice, really." This is what he has been saying every time he is probed.
Interesting. Are you sure that he's not been resuscitated in some way to reach this point? As in, did he perish and the mushrooms got his heart started again?
That is not seem what happened. He is not contagious, but we cannot let him move around like this. But it seems the fungus has integrated with his brain in some manner. And as your observation suggested, that's exactly what I think. It's this alien force speaking and not him.
So, in other words, we aren't sure, we can't be certain if he is living or dead. He is more or less a space between the two.
He is living. I know that. He is living. But it's like,
If we removed the fungus, the influence of the other, would he remain that way? And
yeah,
if he does not have his own will, is he truly alive?
it's more of an influence than he's corpse being repossessed. Professor Nightingale told the faculty knows about this. But we have not made any progress in finding out what happened, and removing it might be a little difficult. As I told you before, it is integrated in his brain. And that is not a reliable nor easy procedure to tackle.
If he's influenced by something else, do you think there's a means of figuring out where such suggestions might be coming from?
Well,
Similar to how ants have pheromones to communicate. Surely there is something here to have begun this process.
yes, there there is a there is a reason this would have happened. There are druids in the surrounding forests of Loomhausen. From what I heard, they are that of spores. And I'm willing to bet our friend here did not find nothing as he claims. It is just rather odd that many adventurers have gone into those woods near that area, and they always say they found nothing. But this is the first time one has come back like this. His 3 companions, are missing as well, but he's claiming they died in a rock slide.
Well, he might be correct if we don't know if these shrooms need a host to be living or dead for them to be effective.
That is true.
But
But,
I suppose that's what you want me to find out, right?
well, Ozzy seems confident you could go to the forest to investigate. Many of the students do work as freelance adventurers on the side. It's not unheard of. But you would be doing it off the book, not as we instructed you to do that. We are not allowed to instruct you to delve into adventures like that as more of the duty of the Expedition Society, but you must give them artifacts you find, but they would supply you with gear.
What kind of gear are we thinking of here?
Care packages, more or less, to take a. But they don't think that it's anything valuable. They will just give you survival equipment to ensure your, well, survival. But you would possibly give up any treasure or artifacts you may find that they would pay you too. So it's a trade off. If you wish to keep those artifacts, I would not go to them.
Yeah. Is there any artifacts that you would want to suddenly appear here off the books?
Ozzy seems very keen on getting a certain stone from a temple that is in that vicinity. But I am curious. There is a sort of secret school of magic called biomancy that I am interested in. One of which it seems these spores participate in.
Yeah, well, I'd say we definitely want to keep that off the books. That could very easily turn into hot water with everyone.
Yes,
Right. Well,
I will say one thing. If you have any methods or abilities of getting an answer out of our friend Gus over here, maybe one we haven't tried, I'll let you do as much. You're not planning on going alone, are you?
no, I don't think that would be wise.
No, it would not. Well, your companions, I will allow you to bring here if you think there's anything you could do to get anything out of Gus other than this rehearsed speech of his.
If we can get Gus to show us where this happened, would you want us to have him lead us that direction or keep him here at all cost?
I'm afraid we cannot let him wander about looking like this. It would cause panic.
Given his state of affairs, how difficult would it be to make a disguise for him?
Extremely. There
Okay.
is there is mushrooms just kind of growing in all sorts of sizes. He looks very deformed in places, and it's a little too much.
Okay. I'll still that idea in the back pocket for now then.
Okay. Well, if you're free to, the location they the location they initially headed out for is on the books, on the maps. But where he fell victim to this, that's a bit more hazy.
Hmm. Well, we do have I have a persuasive person in mind I was thinking of taking anyway, so I'll see if he can ask any questions of Gus.
All right. Just try to keep this on the down low. Don't tell anyone you don't need to tell.
Understood.
Very well. He takes you back to the lift, and it begins to go up. It's back to the classroom. And we go to the other party who are down in the library, who are looking up the looking up the play Petals of Eternity, if I'm correct.
Oh, right, yeah, that's what we were doing.
And it referred you to Havergal, the ice continent. And there were a bunch of pages missing about the war, deliberately ripped out in a similar manner that you did and saw in the dragon books.
Mm-hmm. This is a whole bunch of odd. We can look through the Havergal books, but I'm getting a very strong bet that we're gonna experience the same thing if we go over there. Strange part is, why would they remove the pages about Havergal?
Dante nods. Go on, Malcolm.
I forgot what he was gonna say.
Started with maybe.
Oh, maybe it has something to do with the other pages that we're missing.
Maybe, but the other pages were about the dragons. Why would the dragons and Havergal be connected?
I don't know.
Yeah, I suppose I'm asking questions that we don't have enough knowledge to answer as of the current moment. Suppose we could check the Havergal books just in case. Maybe they missed something, but considering how thorough they've been, I doubt it. And yeah, Nicholas is gonna look for the books on Havergal.
All right, do an investigation check. I'll do one for Dante as well.
Alright.
You got a nat 20.
Oh my gosh, okay then. I got 12.
All right, so what would you Malcolm can also do it, but it'll be at disadvantage.
Do we even have him bother?
Yes, because it'd be hilarious.
One.
Okay, yeah.
That 19, oh my gosh.
All right, so what about Havergal would you like to know about?
I was looking for information about the same war that the Flowers of Eternity mentioned, the war in Havergal.
Yeah, sure enough, you find a book about a lot of the books about Havergal mention this war. But yeah, the pages are all ripped out. When they get to sort of the conclusion of it,
Okay, so it's near the conclusion. Hmm. Well, they certainly weren't. They're certainly nothing if not thorough, given that.
Havergal was known for, I think I told you this last time, but it was known as a very it was known for its arts. The ice sculptures were pristine and beautiful, and all of a sudden they turned tyrannical and began trying to expand their territory. And ice is a very fickle mistress, where it makes a lot of places less inhabitable, and not other a lot of other kingdoms stood up against this. Is the kind of the gist of it, without going on a big history lesson.
Hmm. That's strange in and of itself, but the fact that the conclusion is missing. Hmm. Let's do a bit of just in case. Let's see if I can how do I want to describe what he's going to do? Uh so the conclusion is missing, but the rest of the war is written down, or is the entire war?
The most of the war is written down. Yes.
Okay, it's the conclusion that tripped out.
Yes.
Uh so this is probably going to sound dumb, but basically Nicholas is going to sort of read through, see what factors there were into the war, the various armies and stuff like that, and he's going to sort of try and see if he can guess at or parse out what might have happened. If you're allowed, if not, I understand. That's just that's sort of, it's literally a literary analysis sort of thing.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to kind of, at the very least, using common sense, they did not win because the whole world is not frozen over. But
Okay.
obviously, they were thwarted by something. That's kind of what I'll give you there.
Were they in a winning, losing, or neutral position before the conclusion?
They were winning, and a thing mentioned in the in this history book is they were closely allied to the Dark Kingdom of Umbra.
Interesting. Huh. So they were winning, and then something caused them to fail. I almost want to check the Kingdom of Umbra and see if that might glean us anything, but something tells me any involvement they have with Hervergal is gonna be ripped out as well.
After what
Whoever.
after what happened, Proteus, what would you be doing?
Um, I would probably go looking for the squad. I think we, I would know where they are because Wolverik's office is you have to go through the library to get there. So
But they're in the basement.
yeah, I don't know. Did you tell me we're going to the basement?
I mean, you have a
Uh,
way to find out.
yeah, you have a way to find us.
Yeah, I suppose that's fair. All right. I will look for Gorvin.
All right, yeah, it points down to the basement, the stairs that go down to the basement of the library. And continue, Nicholas, and that's when Proteus shows up.
Okay. Yeah, and he was saying, look to the Dark King of Umbra, but third time's. I don't think third time's going to be the charm here. Still, something must have happened to cause a Virgil to lose, and that something must have been major if they're trying to censor it. I almost wonder if the Expedition Society might know more.
And probably the ones who wrote the book.
Oh, hey Proteus. We learned a bit, but bad news. The play involves the Ice Continent, and they decide to, or not the Ice Kingdom. They decide to censor what happened there.
Yeah, this is continuing to get more suspicious. However, we should probably make our way out to the woods. Also, we have someone that we probably should talk to before we rest up tonight to go there tomorrow.
What's going? Nicholas says that, but he looks around, makes sure they're alone. There's nice students down here before he continues.
There's just the sentries right here.
Okay, then yeah, he continues. What's going on?
There's let's call it another exchange student that that you should talk to before we rest up today.
Is
Alright.
he from the water continent too?
Uh, I think he's definitely from another school, that's for sure.
Alright. Lead the way.
All right. And while we're going back, when we leave line of sight of things like in the stairs or something, I'm gonna use message on Nicholas and say I would you, you might want to have detect magic ready by the time we get down there.
Let's see, it's 10 minutes, so yeah, if we're alone in the stairwell, then Nicholas will just what's the descent that long? Or no, I doubt the descent was 10 minutes. Yeah. While we're alone in the stairwell, Nicholas is going to cast detect magic and get it up and ready.
All right. Yep, fair enough.
All right, like ritual cast or like 6 second cast.
Regular cast.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah,
resting, so I'll burn the spell slots.
yeah, that's fair.
All right. So you're going to take him to Wolveric's room?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so you actually would not see Mordain because he's kind of blocked by a bookshelf. So as you climb up the flight of stairs, you walk over to Wolveric's room. And you see this I guess this is your first time meeting him. It's this Zangoose wearing a lab coat, has this very uppity, has this his head raised high, this very stern look, wearing spectacles like most of the professors here, getting into the stereotype. And there's various specimens lined up on the wall. There's kind of splayed open frogs and fish and rabbits. But he regards you four, and he says to Proteus, "This is your traveling companions. These are your traveling companions."
Yes. And I know that Gorvin can be rather persuasive. I don't know how much he might be able to get out of him, but I figured it wouldn't hurt to ask him to look into it.
Very well. I'll ask you what I asked Proteus. Please don't let what you see down there leave down there. More so for the sake of everyone else. And
Confidentiality is my middle name, so you don't have to worry about that.
and the rest of you?
Yeah, okay.
I have no interest in sharing anything if it's going to be a problem to the rest of the students.
Very well, then. And he goes over to a shelf and he pulls on a book behind his desk, and it slides open, and a door behind it also slides open, and it leads to a small lift that he beckons you over to. You go down this lift, and you're in the room I described to Proteus earlier. It's kind of these two rooms that look about the same size, but there's a one-way mirror. But you see the horribly mutated Mankey overgrown with various different funguses and mushrooms, just sitting in the corner, looking content, actually.
Oh, that looks pleasant.
Indeed. And now, which one of your friends is the persuasive one?
That'll be me.
Okay, I will tell you, he is not contagious. I have thoroughly analyzed if it is and it's not. So you're free to go speak to him.
Alright. So first off, before anything else, does Nicholas sense any magic on this guy?
Yes.
Transmutation?
Biomancy.
Oh.
Oh, it's straight up just not telling you giving you new school of magic. That's interesting.
Interesting. Alright. And Nicholas is going to say, do y'all mind stepping out for a bit? I think if he has too many people here, he might be a bit less willing to open his lips. And if he's not contagious, I shouldn't have too many I shouldn't be in too much danger here. I think a one-on-one chat might help a lot better than having everyone around here crowd around him.
Okay.
Well, there's a one-sided window, so you could.
So like, I go in and I would not be seen.
You'd still be seen by everyone in the other room, is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
So like, you're alone with them, but you're not alone with them because you're just kind of being divided by a window.
Gotcha. Nicholas is gonna message Proteus and say, can you get a distraction? I want to try detect thoughts on this guy, but I can't with Prof there.
Let's see. Proteus is going to say, did you collect any samples of the mushrooms that we could take a look at?
We have not tampered with him in that degree yet. No.
Really? Not there? No mushrooms have fallen off, and he's probably gonna, make sure that Wolverick's back is to the window when he's talking to him.
He turns for like a brief set. I'm gonna let you do an insight check here.
Okay, here we go. Let's see, I believe this is a +3. Yes, it is. Yes!
Dice.
But his attention kind of he answers you. gives you that answer, but his attention goes right back to Gus and Gorvin.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue to have him between me and the window while talking to it. And I say none of them have fallen off or decayed, because there are other mushrooms in the room, right?
Yes, there are. Kind of
Yeah.
developing on the floor.
So Proteus will kind of ask about those mushrooms. Like the ones that aren't attached to him. We haven't looked at any of those. Or how they might be reproducing.
The ones that have developed on the floorboards, yes, we have taken some of those ones, but not on the subject.
All right. Well, what can I take a look at one of these dissections you've done of these mushrooms?
Do a persuasion roll.
Okay. Persuasion.
On dice, please. There you
30-20.
go. You did well with the frog, and I don't think you were, well, no offense, but I don't think you were qualified to look at this specimen, but he very obviously turns his back and goes to a drawer.
Okay. As soon as he does that, Nicholas is gonna drop concentration on detect magic and put up detect thoughts.
Is there verbal components for that?
Alright. Crap. Yes, there is. Never mind. He probably could still hear.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah, because the magical language is obvious.
Okay. Darn. Um. Yeah, I don't think we're gonna manage to get that off. Oh well.
Yeah, I have a different strategy, but it similarly would only work if we're alone.
But, Gorvin, you are in front of this guy, and he just kind of looks at you, and eyes are wandering around the room.
Alright, well. Time for the old sleight of tongue then. Alrighty. So, buddy, what are you up to?
Nothing happened to me, really. We went to some caves, and there was not much, just some old empty tunnels, and then a rock slide. Killed my friends, but I made it. It's not so bad. It's actually kind of nice.
Really, nothing. If nothing happened, then you've already contradicted yourself. After all, a rock slide happened, and you've got mushrooms growing on you. I'd say nothing ain't exactly what happened, but
Oh.
guess if that's what you want to say, you could go right ahead, but
Yeah.
you look a little lonely. Sure would be a shame if we couldn't figure out what happened to you, what happened to you happened, and nothing could have happened to us.
Yeah, it's not so bad. It's really peaceful, actually. It's okay. I'm fine. Do an insight check on him, now that you've kind of engaged him closely like this.
Alright, well, I am not good at these, but flat D20, go! Oh, 19, nice!
Okay, so you managed to suss out. Obviously, his responses seem very rehearsed and almost robotic. But there's just this confliction in his like it's whatever happened to him, it's just taken over his normal being and emotions. And so if he's in there somewhere, you have to find a way to bypass that.
Oh, I've got an idea. Let me look to make sure this works. Probably won't work how I thought. I was going to try messaging the actual person, but message has been changed to 2020, so it's less telepathy and more just whispering.
Hmm.
I guess I could try while I'm thinking. Thinking. He's gonna try casting message. Don't know if it'll work or not, but considering this is rehearsed, maybe it trying to communicate back through message might cause something. And through message, which does not require verbal components, he is going to say, all right, what really happened to you? Let me know as fast as you can before it fully takes over these senses too.
You get the same rehearsed response.
Yeah, I didn't figure. This would be... let's see.
And with that insight check too, he believes what he says.
Like, he believes, like, everything he's saying he believes is fully true, right?
Yes.
Okay, so...
I have a stupid idea.
You're free to try. You're like welcome to go in there too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go right ahead.
So Malcolm kind of walks up behind Nick and he says, "So what's going on here? He's just got mushrooms growing on him."
They're more or less... They've more or less taken over his mind. There's still a small part of him that's there, but otherwise everything he's saying is just a rehearsed response. I have tricks I could potentially use to try and get something out of him, but unfortunately Prof there makes that.
If the mushrooms are taking over his mind, we just need to put the mushrooms to sleep, right?
Yes?
Okay, and he's gonna cast sleep.
Okay.
It's just like Pokemon ability.
It's an AoE though, like, so is he gonna shoot it like above the guy's head to hit the shrooms?
Sure.
I'm. What's the save? Well. No. Okay. No. You do it. You do it the old way. So
Yeah.
roll a bunch of. Roll the dice for it.
All right.
He's got old sleep. It's so good.
If this works, this is going to be interesting.
33.
Okay. So as you ring your bell, or however I think this is the first time you've ever done this, so maybe flavor.
Yeah,
it.
yeah. He kind of shakes it, his body, and his little clapperless bell shakes back and forth and makes a ringing noise, like there is a clapper in it.
Yeah, and as you do that, his eyes begin to widen. Gus's eyes widen. And he begins screaming, going, "Oh, no! No, no, no! It wasn't a cave-in! No! No! No!" And he begins seizing and freaking out.
Relax. You don't got a lot of time. Tell us where you went and what happened quick, and we can try and destroy it. It's a hive, man, so if we can find the source and destroy it, we can restore you back, but we need you to calm down and tell us in as much detail as possible what happened.
He's screaming, he's shrieking, and Wolveric's eyes are widening as you see him like looking at himself in horror and like ripping off the toadstools and stuff.
Nicholas will, and this will actually be useful. Nicholas will use his soothing aroma to use calm emotions.
There's no save for that or anything, right? It just happens.
If he wants to resist it, I believe he can. It works basically like the calm emotions spell itself. So he can technically make a charisma save to try and just resist it, but otherwise it just works if he wants it to.
Okay, so he's freaking out right now. So I'm gonna say he's gonna try to. But what's your save DC? Because he might not make it even with it.
My save DC is 15.
It's 15. Okay. Well, so as he's kind of going mad, as he's like ripping off these chunks of mushroom that are kind of attached to flesh that are clearly killing him as he does this. He just stops. And I guess everyone around you kind of is like this too.
Malcolm.
So Malcolm doesn't change.
Yeah. He's just exactly the same.
Alright. Like I said, these things are a hive mind. If we can kill the source, we can help save you, but we need to know exactly what happened to you and your friends. Where did you go and what happened? The more information we have, the better prepared we will be.
Though the calm emotions is like suppressing this terror and horror, like he's still kind of hyperventilating, but he's speaking normally. He says, "We found something down there. Something alive, actually. It was breathing and pulsing like a heart. But it was wrong. The air was thick with spores. It didn't matter if we held our breath. It crawled into our skin and into our clothes and in our mind. Renee and Lauren, they didn't make it, but they're still there. She has them. The lady has them. We were studied and picked apart like insects under glass. It watched us, and it read our thoughts. And then it changed them. And he looks at himself, and it changed me."
Did you try attacking the lady or the alive breathing thing?
No, we didn't. Creatures showed up when we got near it. But it let me go. Why did it let me go? It could have taken me like the others, but it wanted me to come back and to lie.
That's a good question.
It's probably lonely down there. Maybe it wants more people.
That's what I'm thinking, or something like that.
You see Wolverick like looking in amazement, kind of his jaw slack jawed, watching kind of this happening. Proteus. It's
Yeah.
not just a fungus, it's a mind. It thinks and it remembers, it learns. We thought it was part of the ruins, but it's alive.
Yeah, well, the good news is, if it's alive, it can be killed.
I don't think it wants to kill us, though. It wants to spread. We're soft, just like soil to it, vessels to carry its spores, to let it grow.
Probably wants to spread as far as it can go.
Yes. I think it let me go on purpose because it wanted me to lie, to keep people away, because it wasn't strong enough yet. It knew that if anyone found out the truth, they'd come looking in greater numbers. So it used me. It made sure I'd tell nothing was there.
I guess we've got no time to lose. We oughta go meet up with the pulsing thing before it gets too strong.
Yes, if you are, the lady watches over it. The veiled lady.
Oh, and I guess
You
we'll have to
mustn't,
be careful.
you
Uh,
mustn't, you mustn't just kill her. You have to stop the heart.
yeah, I planned on it.
My boy, Wolfric says from the other room, how much longer could you keep him pacified?
I moved off calm emotions. It lasts. I could do it for only a minute, so we don't got too much more time.
He rushes in there with restraints, and he begins and Gus is just kind of sitting there, just letting this happen, kind of nonchalantly talking to you.
Sleep
I
only
think,
lasts for a minute, by the way.
I think
Yeah, same with calm emotions.
Yeah,
we
so it's
might have the ability to do it a second time.
Uh, I don't know about sleep, but soothing aroma. Yeah, I could do soothing aroma multiple times, but I don't know about Malcolm's sleep.
Not sleep, no.
You might not be able to, but I have some robes that can.
All right. Anyways, that's beside the point. Nicholas is gonna ask, "What are you doing?"
making sure he does not kill himself.
Yeah, you know, I can kind of agree to that as well. I
Once the
think if we
effects
kill,
end, I think he would go back to his previous state rather than trying to tear himself apart.
Yes, but we are not certain.
yeah, and I want him to meant what I said. I'm pretty sure if we kill the heart and kill the hive mind, he'll return back to normal, and I'd kind of like him to remain alive before we could do that.
And so when sleep and calm emotions wears off, he goes into that state again where he's gonna freak out, but then he just kind of goes slack again and back into that kind of content kind of attitude. But he's restrained now.
Well, Doc, you got him restrained, but unfortunately, we still got nothing out of him. We should probably head up and just leave him be unless you want to do something.
Well, we know what it does now.
Yep.
Now that I think about it, in the vicinity, there are dying organisms, trees, and small animals covered in a grayish white fiber in that vicinity. Dead ones. Perhaps this is the cause of such thing.
Certainly a possibility.
Well, at the very least, for me anyway, that was more information than I anticipated. Memory alteration and selective infection sentience. It's more sophisticated than I could have ever imagined.
Be glad my species is known for helping calm down the nerves.
So you four plan to head out there.
Pretty much.
Okay, I can mark this location on a map of the vicinity of where the Expedition Society sent adventurers to go investigate, but I do not know where this heart or veiled lady may be.
Yeah, well, going in the general area, with any and all luck, we'll be able to find it like they did.
Yes.
I think we have a new concern, which is walking in there with some sort of protection, given the mention of the spores and just even crawling into your skin.
Yeah. I don't think even a gas mask will help us against that if it bores through your skin.
We need. I think what we need is fire.
Yes, that would be a logical assessment.
Oh, good thing we've got Dante.
Dante, how much fire do you exactly have in your tank?
Uh, well, I'm a fire type, so hopefully enough.
Alright. Then you're probably gonna need to be on fire duty. Fortunately, don't think there's much else the rest of us could do to help, even if we were capable.
Well, I think being resistant to poison might be useful here as well.
You think so?
I'd just be more concerned with maybe full body clothing.
I do
Something-
I do have suits that would, well, they would protect you to some degree, but they would leave some blind spots in your armor.
Some is better than none.
And mechanically, he has kind of these hazmat suits, but it would make your AC go down by 2.
Okay, that's not bad. I was assuming the worst and be like, you have to wear civilian clothes instead of armor. It's like, I hope mage armor goes over that.
Yeah, no,
Okay, so it's
I think I'm fine with that too. So I think that's fine.
But on the flip side, too, if you have unarmored, it doesn't do anything to you.
oh,
Like,
Oh,
okay.
Malcolm's fine.
So Malcolm
Malcolm
and Dante are, I think, are fine.
yep.
Well, Malcolm's AC will drop still. It'll just drop to his unarmored defense
Yeah,
point, right?
yeah. Because if you just
If it's not, because your current AC is what, 17 right now?
Yeah, so it drops, well,
To
basically by
15.
2.
Yeah, because that's where your unarmored is anyway. All right, well, you two can still tank. I'll hang out with my 13 AC.
I would be concerned of it being damaged.
Yeah, that's
I
the
think
thing. I have a means of getting around that. If they're doing poison damage, Toxic Shield is going to be one of the most useful things we have. But I think I'm the only one with that spell.
correct. Though I kind of half regret not picking it up, but oh well. Oh, I don't
Well,
even know if I could.
I could make a spell scroll before tomorrow morning if you give me the money for it.
I assume you're not talking about all this in front of Wolfric.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
Yeah,
imagine
right.
this is the post Wolverick conversation. Do you want us to wrap up with him first before doing this?
He'll let you go. So if you're gonna go somewhere and talk about this, I'll let you do that.
Okay.
Yeah, we're probably just gonna go back to the room.
Yeah.
We'll take the hazmat suits and then we'll probably
Well, the hazmat suits, do they confer any other benefit besides poison resistance?
All you will get is poison resistance from them.
Oh, well, then Malcolm doesn't need one because he's wearing the dragon scale armor.
Okay.
Yeah, and if I have, as so long as I have Toxic Shield up, I will also have poison resistance.
I probably want to wear that because then I can get the poison resistance while still being fire
You
type. Since
Yeah.
you have no disadvantage for being hazmat monk.
yeah,
Hazmonk.
The Haz monk is here to stay.
The new UA for Hazmonk.
gosh.
Toxic shield is concentration. Yeah, I think Nicholas will take a hazmat
Yeah.
suit
I'll
because
take a hazmat suit as well just to be safe, but ideally I should not need it.
I mean, I
Yeah.
worry this is worse than just be resistant to poison damage if
Yeah.
you know.
You should make a spell scroll essay, like, just so that way if we think there's a battle that's bad enough that we need to just use Toxic Shield to get our way through it, we might want to just do that. You know, where we have better AC with Shield and Toxic Shield, so that way for one battle we're undeterred. If you think that's a good idea, I'll make the scroll for you.
yeah, I'll
Forgive
I'll
money.
pay for the scroll, but I'm mainly gonna use the hazmat suit just because.
Yeah, I say we use it until like the boss room.
Well, that and even maybe in the boss room because concentration is something I have a lot of things that use. So
Yeah, that's fair.
I could take the drop to the AC. It ain't that bad, but I may want to use my concentration for other things.
Yeah,
So-
I mean, if you're not planning on using Toxic Shield, we might want to get you a different spell scroll. Because Toxic Shield is going to give you is poison resistance, and I'm pretty sure the damage back to them is going to be pointless, because if you deal poison damage, you aren't going to take it back.
Yeah, fair enough. We'll think of it later, but yeah, no. The point of this is saying that yeah, Nicholas definitely taking a hazmat suit.
Okay.
In my inventory.
Is there anything else you're doing?
With Wolfric, no, we're probably just gonna go back to the room and do basically what we're planning.
Okay. I'm
Yeah.
saying, is like there anything else you want to do in the day to?
Malcolm's gonna read his book.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh man, we can't even
So-
grill him on that.
So do a intelligence check at disadvantage, Malcolm.
13 and 5.
So that's 4, I believe.
Yeah. So yeah, you've read it, but yeah. All right. So we will go to the next day. You get the benefits of a long rest.
All right.
You slept in your dorms today, right? Tonight.
Mhm.
Correct.
Mhm.
Okay, so you're at the
And
school.
I guess it'll be fair to say I'm swapping from ghost typing to fire typing.
Yep. Absolutely. And with all that done,
Yeah.
did you?
In light of the situation, do you guys think I should unprepare Frost Fingers so I can have shield?
It's up to you.
Just so you can have the AC boost for
Yeah, because
yeah.
I'm giving up my only damage first level spell for that, but
Ooh, yeah, probably.
I think I have to, or I'm going to get shroomed.
Yeah, I'd recommend. I mean, you do have other ways of dealing damage, and
Yeah.
Nice thing is it means I get firebolt back now, so I have 120 feet of range.
I would recommend putting shield. Anyways, yeah. Sorry for interrupting, Crow.
Yeah. Did you make any scrolls? I thought I heard you say that.
Right. What scrolls were you considering, Farley?
Well, seems like we kind of decided against doing Toxic Shield because you wanted to rely on the hazmat suit instead.
Yeah, mostly so I can have my concentration stuff.
Uh, does Malcolm have his detect magic ability thing?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah, if you
we
ever
probably
need
don't need
detect
that.
magic and you don't want to waste a spell slot, just ask Malcolm. He can do it.
That reminds me, I'm gonna use one more of my potions of healing to refill the contingency band back up to full.
All right. So you're like soaking it inside of this red jar.
Yeah, just sort of.
So it just absorbs like a sponge.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I suppose if we really want to, we could get me a spell scroll of Frost Fingers just to be safe.
If you want to, though, I don't think it's strictly necessary.
Are you?
It's your money, so I'm gonna leave it on you. Just it's like
Then,
I don't have
yeah.
any combat spells, is more or less what's going to happen there.
I
Are you
Well, I
think
guys
should say
on,
spells that do damage.
I don't think he needs them personally.
Are you
yeah.
on
He can go up
money
and
anyways?
stab
Because I
things.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
doing 1d6 less damage than I used to, so I don't know if that's ways things are. But it's just kind of the situation we're in.
how are you guys on money? Because I could potentially cover it.
I mean, I've got 410. I just
Oh, you've got more than me.
kinda,
He
I
has
just
10
kinda
times the
don't
value
want
I
to
do.
hemorrhage too much money on something like
Spell
that.
scrolls. There.
Maybe I'll regret being stingy on money, but still.
Yeah, that's fine. It is, in fact, your money. Oh yeah, I have a potion of poison resistance still.
Oh,
Maybe I don't.
I think we're good then.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right, so you're just heading out immediately.
Yeah, we're
Okay.
playing hooky today.
Well, you don't have to. That's not the way this school works, and for
I know, I'm
D
joking.
and D adventure kind of logic too. Okay, so yeah, the route you're taking, according to the what he has marked on your map, it goes. You have to go a little bit farther down the path leading to Lumhalsen, and then kind of go into the forest. So it's not not going to where you went to for the Dead Poet Society. That was relatively closer. So you're going a little farther out, so it takes a few hours to actually get to the point where you're going into the forest. But once we're in adventure mode, let's roll some d6s here.
Okay.
And it was coming. Here we go. Ooh!
Oh.
Do-do-do-do.
Oh. Wow. Okay.
Do-do-do-do.
I'm
That was
carrying this
really
team.
close.
Okay.
6 and 3 twos.
So you there we go. You go into the forest, and the trek there is it's really odd because you're going down the pathway where it was relatively quiet, but it seems to get even quieter in the forest, like eerily quiet. It also seems to get relatively darker as the canopy begins to just close on you very much. Not so much it's pitch black, but it's dim light. You Nicholas, you stumble across you see something as the forest is closing on you. Can you guys still hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. It seems like the music bot died or something. I'll try to fix that.
Sound like it just faded out.
But you, Nicholas, you see something odd. There is, as you get as you get deeper into this forest, you see two things on the ground, and it appears to be two dead mice. They But one is underneath the canopy of a tree, the kind of the shade of a canopy of tree, and has this almost like white grayish netting over it, while the other is just looks like a normal dead mouse.
Uh, hey guys, I think we're heading the right way at the very least. Well, that's just strange. Got two dead mice here. One looks like it's got something over it, whereas the other just looks normal.
Are the trees also covered in this like white covering of the what I'm assuming is the fungi?
No, just the dead mice. Or just the dead mouse, it seems. Only one of them.
Strange, that's only one.
Yeah. No, I can't disagree with that. I'm not even sure if that's Nicholas is going to examine that carefully to see if it's more fungi in nature or if it's something more like a slime or something.
You can do a nature check.
All right. Well, I like that number apparently.
So you look at these two corpses here, and it appears like they don't appear to have died from this. They appear to have just died. But there is something just odd here, as Dante pointed out, that the one underneath the in the shade is covered in this, but the one kind of outside of the shade is not.
Oh. Huh. I wonder.
Does the ground have fuzzy webbing patches in it?
If you're looking for that, Malcolm, you notice under the one outside of the shade, you see some of it underneath it.
One
I think
outside.
I think it has to do with the light itself.
I'm just gonna use Mage Hand and move the corpse that's covered with the webbing into the sun.
So as you pull that corpse, technically you can only do this with an object, but I guess it's a dead corpse, but So you pull it into the sunlight, and there's almost this like writhing with the white webbing as it begins crawling underneath it.
Oh, that's
Interesting.
concerning.
It moves now.
It appears that this thing doesn't particularly like the light.
And what you also caught too is some of it was burning away when it was in the light.
Yeah, it seems the sunlight causes it to burn.
Well, that's a
What
shame.
about normal light?
It's a very good question.
And fortunately, it's gone, so.
No, it's still there. It just went underneath it.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's, I get, to be more specific, Loki would say, unfortunately, you can't not Loki, gosh darn Farley, Nicholas would say, unfortunately, you can't exactly cast the light on it without moving the rat first.
Dante just uses produce flames. Sort of just holds a flame in his hand.
As you, yeah, well, are you doing anything with it?
He's going
You can
to
fling it, right?
Hmm?
You can fling it, right?
Or you could just hold it up near the rat, see what
Yeah,
happens.
it's an attack with the. You can hurl the flame at a creature within 30 feet of you. I don't see anything about like. Well, I guess I can just kind of. Well, it specifically says creatures.
I don't. It's so stupid that if that's the case, like, yeah, you know. So if you're gonna do that, you could do that.
Yeah, probably just. Yeah, I'll just move it to the ground near the the dead mouse.
Okay, so the white netting of fungus, when you move it close, it just kind of starts burning away, but it starts just growing back.
Oh.
So isn't
Oh.
like super flammable.
Or at least it was burning for a brief bit, but the moment the flame was gone, it started growing back.
Yeah.
Oh, it's aggressive.
But I'll what do I want to do here? I'll let you do a nature check, Dante.
Okay, I'm not really great at these. Could I self-guidance?
Yeah. Oh, well, I'll let anyone who made who kind of was involved in the discovery of the how this stuff reacted to light and shade do the nature check. And I'll let you guidance it.
Have fun, guys.
I'll give Dante Bardic Inspiration if you'll allow it.
All right. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay. I always have to ask what kind of... Oh,
Yes.
I always have to ask what
Doesn't
die is that at this point?
Give me a second to check.
You
Is
don't,
it a D8?
don't you only add it if you fail?
Well, yeah, it's still good to know. Yeah, it's a D8 at this level.
Yeah, Malcolm, you probably deduced this stuff doesn't look very good.
Yeah, it's not grass.
Okay, still check. Yeah, it's a 0.
Get your nat 20. Okay, you
Oh,
probably
yeah.
have to use it. He failed, surely.
That would have been a fail. Yes.
BI.
14.
It's 15.
Dang it. Is it too late?
You have a-
Say
you
I
have
can
a
use a
luck
luck point.
You can use a luck point after the fact.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll use 1 luck point.
Okay. So, assessing this information here, with how it's reacting to these different types, you would probably come to the conclusion necrotic damage would do nothing to this.
That makes sense.
But fire didn't seem to... Fire seemed halfway there to doing something this didn't like. And if it was in the sunlight...
I got this.
Radiant.
I hit it with
Radiant.
True Strike.
You're gonna hit the dead mouse with True Strike.
More like I'm gonna try to like clip the fungus with True Strike.
Okay. I'm not gonna make you roll to hit because this is a dead creature. So we're wasting our time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just trying to kill the fungus predominantly, less than hit the mouse.
So as you hit it with the fungus, as you hit the fungus with your glowing dagger, I assume.
Yeah, I'd probably use the dagger for this. For flavor, not for effect.
Almost like, you know when you if you burn a hair, it just kind of crawls up and disintegrates. That's exactly what happens with this. It just, all the webbing just it just crawls back and retreats, and it leaves this dead husk of a mouse.
Oh, okay, that's neat.
We might have to inform the Hallowed Flames at some point if things go bad. As much as I hate to say it.
Yeah, I'll say, well, we know this at the very least, so, if things go pear-shaped, then yeah, one of us should run off and inform the Hallowed Flames. Though hopefully things don't go pear-shaped.
Well, 2 of us have True Strike. Dante has whatever the divine ability thingy-majazz that he gets twice is called it.
Doesn't he have
And
Secret
Twice
Flame
what?
too?
I have
you
6
can you No, not Sacred Flame. Oh, I didn't know you had that. That's probably a better choice than what I was thinking of. I was thinking your divine spark is what I was thinking of.
Hmm.
It's a channel divinity thing where you do radiant damage.
Right.
And then did Malcolm successfully do the book reading that let him choose his next explosion or
No.
whatever?
Nope.
Okay.
We're at the mercy.
Well, if we get lucky, Malcolm can shoot laser beams. So we do all have radiant damage methods, potentially.
Yeah, at the very least, now we know it as well. Though, we'll still have to be careful more than likely.
Yeah. And now that we're out of the city, is it okay if we take some time to do some ritual casting?
What are
Yeah.
you thinking?
I think we need a friend.
A friend?
That's right.
Malcolm likes friends.
Be aware we may not be close yet, so if it's got a time limit, you may be casting a little too
If we run into this thing's time limit, I think we will have died.
Oh,
All right.
it's fair then. While you're doing that, I'm gonna properly get it into the hazmat suit.
Nicholas left with it on.
So you just look like a weirdo just going down the street in the last man suit.
He don't care.
Yeah. I will. I guess as long as this thing is up, I should probably be getting my hazmat suit as well.
Yeah.
I'll put it down as a condition, hazmat.
It's like a Magic the Gathering keyword.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm going to ritual cast Painted Pet and make a dire wolf.
Okay, so I'll say that's like a Mighty Anna, maybe. So fun, like a drawing of one, like given life.
Yeah. It's just an Okami.
Yeah. Yeah, it's Okami. Amaterasu.
Amaterasu, hello.
All right. So maybe describe how you do that.
He probably just gets out like a scratch pad and begins, drawing it out. Maybe Malcolm is watching intently.
Yes.
So I'm sure that Proteus' skills are not significantly better. And then it pops out. It probably looks more akin to like what we saw in the dream plane than like an actual what you could mistake as a humanoid in the case of Pokemon.
Yeah, it's more of a looks more of a. It still kind of has those like it has those thick lines of a drawing and.
Yeah, exactly. It's got those thick lines, dot eyeballs, like a ditto.
It's like if a real Pokemon, a real like Ken Sugimori Pokemon design was actually there. It would
walking around,
yeah.
Like a Ken Sugimori Pokemon walking around with all the like CGI ones from the Detective Pikachu movie.
Oh my gosh.
So yeah, you're just walking around with Uncanny Valley Wolf here.
Yeah.
The heck is that?
Yeah.
Friend.
Yeah, this is one of my many friends. This one doesn't open gates though, Malcolm. He checks for traps.
Oh, that's still useful.
Yeah, pretty much. My plan is when we reach the temple, if we're worried about a corridor being trapped, we just send this thing ahead of us.
Okay. And after that, are you just gonna press on, or is there anything else you'd like to do here?
I think we're just gonna press on.
Okay. So you were all wearing hazmat suits, right? Or you have poison resistance.
Yes.
I guess the point here is not the hazmat suits. Everyone has poison resistance.
Correct.
Yeah.
Except the wolf.
I think
Oh no! Wait. The wolf is a construct, and
it's a const. Well, let me tell you what it's immune to. It is immune to being charmed, frightened, petrified, and stunned.
But this wouldn't affect it because it is a construct.
All right, fair enough.
All right. And it begins to go all The Last of Us, where you kind of sense like floating spores in the air. And Malcolm, your dragon armor, as you walk along, there's just like kind of this hemisphere around you where the spores are refusing to go near you.
Oh, neat.
Well, they're still like going all over everyone else,
Uh-huh.
but they're protected. But just your armor is kind of repelling these spores away from you, not letting them harm you.
Sweet.
And the spores are going all over the Kensugamori wolf, but it's just doing nothing to it.
It's slowly turning into a shiny.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just kind of like settling on it, but they can't really do anything because it doesn't really have biology. Yeah. And so I'm not going to have you roll d6s for... Actually, I am going to have you roll d6s again for something else.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
We already got our good roll though.
No!
No!
All right.
That's 2 1s.
I will have... So I'm going to... As you walk through the forest, a fog comes out of nowhere, just in an instant, and envelops all around you.
Oh, great.
Kind of like we got hit with a fog cloud spell, or just kind of like the area is just being spooky.
Do an Arcana check.
All right. Let's see. I'm probably got. Oh yeah, I'm not 11 anymore. I have been weakened. 15.
Yeah, the way this just came in like this was a fog cloud spell. And I'm going to give you... Someone could do one more thing, and then I'm going to have you roll initiative at disadvantage.
I didn't want to have to waste one of these, but Nicholas is going to use Dispel Magic to get rid of it.
Okay. I will say you don't roll it at disadvantage anymore then.
I mean, I like being able to see personally. That's the best part.
Yeah, that's more.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to roll. Is that the call now?
Yeah, roll initiative. Not at disadvantage anymore for what Nicholas did there.
Nice.
Well, it was a 3rd level spell slot, but I like seeing.
Hold on, let me put my stats in there. Dang, I feel we're going back to Sinbad days with this AC.
This thing has an AC, or a face.
Let me just, I have to
It's initiative.
do a few things here.
Where's the initiative tracker? Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Neat.
Man, Dante, you showing me up by 10. I can't believe this.
Alright, let me just roll initiative for these jokers.
Man, what a bunch of
Oh.
jokers.
Oh, I don't like the black squares.
Those are just cover. from the mushroom.
Oh, okay, that's the like
Oh, it's the
base of the
stems.
shroom.
The stalk.
Yeah, the stock.
Okay, so basically impassable.
I was like, these shrooms have turrets or something. This is my first response.
Space
You know,
that you can
actually-
stand in.
That's a useful way of showing that there's a block area there, because there was one pillar in the last... Anyways.
Just means you can also check the line of sight easier.
Yeah.
Hey.
Alright. Alright, so Dante. Across the, across this, this lake with these overgrown mushrooms, you see a Paris with a staff kind of entwined with vines and mushrooms on the end of it, and he's pointing it directly at you, and it kind of dulls down with a hum. This was the source of the fog cloud. But next to him, there are two of these mushroom like creatures. One just straight up looks like a pink mushroom with these dancing tendrils from it, while the other one looks like this humanoid mushroom with this kind of pine cone armor. But it's actually clearly fungus when you inspect it closer.
Okay. Gotcha. I think, given the range here, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this guy with Firebolt.
Okay.
Since I checked the line of sight, and I should be fine here. Yeah, I'll just move over, like, it's just make them. Okay. My attack mod is an 8. Put a little note of flame at it. Ooh, nice. 22.
Oh, that'll hit it.
It's 2d10. Okay, so 12 fire damage.
Alright, so it shrieks in pain as it is hit by that firebolt.
And don't have anything I want to use bonus action on, so yeah, I'll just sit back here and pass turn.
Alright. Then we are going to go to Nicholas next.
Alright, goes right there. No, go 25 feet. Okay.
Oh yeah, I guess it's a good question. How far down is this?
This looks like to be a very shallow lake, so it's not far down at all.
Alright.
It goes on a slope too, so you can just walk down there.
Okay. Gotcha.
Nicholas is gonna go over there, and he's gonna point his sword at this thing, and he's gonna cast Starry Wisp at it.
Alright, do an attack roll.
Alright. 16.
That'll hit it.
Alright. Wow. 5 radiant damage.
Alright. Just a second. So when you hit it with that, it starts almost reacting similar to Gus did. It just starts thrashing, covering what it has for eyes.
More where that came from. And he's gonna back over here, and that'll be his turn.
Alright. It's its turn. And it is going to... go over to you with the dash.
I was just about to say, man, it's fast.
All right, but it's still covering its eyes, but it kind of gets over it as its turn ends.
All right.
All right, then we will go to the void fungus. That is also, it's going to, this thing's a little faster. It's gonna go there with a dash. And the Paris with his glassy eyes just says, "Turn back. You do not belong here." But it's going to use everyone do a strength saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Entangle.
Nice. Malcolm succeed. I fail.
Well,
This
actually,
is
just
prediction.
everyone but Nicholas. Or wait, it's 20-foot radius, right? Yeah, so everyone.
Darn.
is big.
Oh no.
25.
Well, you were exactly correct.
So everyone except Malcolm.
I haven't rolled yet, but I don't trust. I don't like my prospects. 14.
I actually think 14's enough. So you are not entangled.
Wow.
So everyone.
Nice.
So just Proteus and Dante. You see a bunch of these mushrooms just come in and just encase your feet.
Rude.
And you are restrained. And grappled. Or no, just restrained.
Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
restraining grapple. Not usually how it goes.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So it is. That
You
is
might
all-
want to also put the AOE it was down there because it's also difficult terrain through there.
All right.
Assuming that's
I don't think there's an AOE.
Yeah, it's a 20-foot square, and
Is it
for the
same?
Oh, yeah.
duration,
All right. So we'll just make a square. Ooh.
yeah, for the duration, that's difficult terrain.
Oh, so maybe Nicholas wouldn't have been in there.
Oh,
Yeah. Okay. So you're good, Nicholas. So you passed anyway. So.
yeah, it doesn't matter.
All right. So. Yeah.
This is annoying.
Malcolm, it's your turn.
All right. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. Time to rage.
Mah.
Ah,
2. So let's see here.
That's teleporting one. I know that already.
Yep.
oh, if you could teleport right up to the guy and smash him.
I can't get to him, but I can keep them further away from you. And I'm going to smack both of them.
Okay.
Well, we'll see what happens. I'm going to smack the top one first.
All right. That is the yeah.
Okay, 26.
That'll hit. That'll hit definitely.
And it's the Constitution saving throw to see if it gets toppled.
All right. I'll tell you it's mod. I'm just gonna roll d20 for simplicity. Well, that's now I gotta know. So what's your DC? Because that's gonna be really close, I think.
Let's see. It's 8 plus strength plus proficiency, so that's 8 plus 3, 11. That can't be right.
you have a +4 at this point.
It's probably either 15 or 16.
I think he passed because he got a 16.
It's 16.
Yeah, so
So
he's
you've got a 20.
so he will stay up. 'Cause he
All right.
He got a 16 plus 2.
I hate being so bad at math.
11 plus your strength mod.
Yeah, that's 16. Okay. Now, let's see. The weapon attack is strength mod plus rage damage plus proficiency. I haven't... We've been doing too much RP. I can't remember how to
How does Mel
attack anymore. Okay, rage damage is plus 2, so that's 5 plus 5. 15 bludgeoning damage.
It's very hurt.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna smack it again.
Okay. I think if you hit, you're just gonna finish it.
$17.
That'll hit it. Do you do a minimum
Okay.
of 7?
Yeah, I do 10. Or 11 is a minimum.
Blah. You just you know when you see just mushrooms on a lawn and you crush them?
Yeah. It's like a stomped Goomba.
Yeah.
All right, that's Malcolm's turn.
All right. Proteus, what are you gonna do, buddy?
Can friend get me out?
Oh,
Oh, right. Where's friend?
yeah, I forgot all about him.
Friend is right there.
I just put him next to me. I don't know if you want to say he was
Yeah,
somewhere else,
He
but
he could be there. That's fine. So I'll just basically have him do the check to pull you out.
yeah, okay.
So it's a athletics, I believe.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
looking at Antigua right now. It's athletics.
Yeah.
All right, friend. He got a dirty 20.
He rips you out of there. I'll let him put you within 5 feet of him somewhere.
Okay. Put me here.
All right. You are no longer.
All right.
restrained.
That was my bonus action to command friend in such a manner. So I can now use my main action to get the crossbow out and true strike the shroom.
All right. You can do that.
Let's see what's my attack modifier now that it has changed. It's a plus 7. It's a 25 to hit.
That'll hit it.
Let's see, what are my weapon masteries? Oh, I do have light crossbow on. He's gonna be slowed then if... Yeah. He is slowed.
All right. He's reduced by 10 feet.
And then I believe this is the 13 radiant damage.
All right. So same deal. It begins writhing when you hit it with the radiant damage.
All right, and then I am going to get some cover.
Okay.
I don't know if this is water or a jump or a rip or some. What's
water.
going on?
It's water, but it's very low. It's pretty much like an overgrown puddle.
Okay. And yeah, we move on to Dante.
Yep, Dante, you are restrained.
Hi. It's an action to get out?
It's an
or-
action, yes.
Ooh, dang it.
And it's your athletics, so you can't use acrobatics.
You could guidance yourself. Oh,
Guidance
no.
is an action,
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
Yeah, guidance is the action, so I can't. I'm almost wondering if it's just better for me to just firebolt one of these guys.
It'll be at disadvantage because you are restrained.
Oh, dang it, you're right. Fine, I'll just use my action and attempt to.
All right.
Oh, this is gonna suck.
You could get lucky.
No, are you
So about that.
You were saying?
Wait, I forgot. It's ice luck. Never mind.
So you're just trying to pull your feet out of these, like, mushrooms enveloping your feet, but you can't get them out. They're like rocks, pretty much.
It's like reaching down, trying to forcefully pull his leg out. No go. Nothing. Okay, well that sucks because my bonus action would be my punch and nothing's next to me.
All right.
So yes, that was eventful.
All right.
Yeah, pass turn.
So, Nicholas. Wait.
Oh, you know, when you said that, I thought that you were saying.
So, does a 24 hit you?
Yes, and I don't even think I could shield that with the hazmat suit.
I don't think you
Yeah.
can feel that in general.
So, you take 3 piercing damage,
Uh-oh.
and do a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
He's getting infected.
A bit early to be piercing that suit.
Oh gosh. I don't have. Yeah, I don't have anything in this. 18.
Okay, you are not paralyzed.
Oh,
But there's 2 more attacks coming your way. Or 3 more attacks. Or no, 2, sorry.
Oh my gosh.
I was about to
Make
say
it
4x
4.
multi-attack.
A 22 and another 22. So that's
Yeah.
gonna be... Okay, so it's gonna be 10 piercing damage and 9 poison damage. I took into account the resistance. It would have been 18 poison damage.
Oh my gosh.
So you're gonna take a total of 19 points of damage.
Gotcha. Thank you for calculating that.
All right, and there is something right here that is still invisible.
What the... Oh,
Oh,
that's
look.
awful.
Wait, he's still invisible after attacking?
Yes.
Who has greater invisibility out here?
All right, Nicholas, it's your turn.
He's concentrating on the entangle, though.
Shoot.
Alright, that changes up my plans. First things first, give me a second. I was calculating my HP when you revealed them. I think it's this, which is scary. Oh, this is very scary. Okay. Well, considering I really don't like wasting all my stuff like this, but I think I have to. I can get both these guys in this at least. Oh, darn, they're just too spaced out.
If he gets them, if he gets half of each of them in the effect, does it still work?
Yeah, it would, because it doesn't have to align with the grid. It's just they have to half of them have to be in it.
Oh, okay, then yeah.
Well, it depends on what the spell is.
He is going to cast Fairy Fire there.
Okay. And they are.
They both need to make DC 15 dex saves.
All right. First, the Phantom Fungus. He failed. He is lit up, so you can see him now. I don't think there's a Fairy Fire.
Nope.
Yeah, I'll just do this one. And the Void Fungus. What do you got? He's a little better at it. So, nat 20. Pass.
Yeah,
You got the one that mattered, at the very least.
yeah.
It's too far.
Yeah, so
Alright.
he's lit up.
Okay. I can't remember. Did we do like main action, full healing, bonus action, just roll for it for potions, or did we just do
Yeah.
main action? Okay. Then yeah, for his bonus action, Nicholas is going to drink a potion of healing.
All right. So that's 2d4 plus 2, I believe.
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, because that equals
Yeah.
10. So if it was max.
Alright.
Then you got a 10.
Nice.
Nice!
All right. So yeah, you get 10 points of healing back.
Alright. I want to calculate my HP wrong. Give me a sec. That'll be his turn, so move on. Just give me a second to calculate HP.
All right.
We have the concentration color not be blue. It's hard to read.
I will later. The sparkly should help you enough. The void
Yeah.
fungus is going. I just don't want to slow down combat.
Yeah, I understand.
All right, so the void fungus. I guess Malcolm is the only viable target right now. So it's gonna try and hit Malcolm twice with its poisonous tendrils. Oh no, this one's way more fun. I'm going to use consume energy. And so I need Nicholas and Malcolm to do charisma saving throws.
Okay, luckily I'm a bard, but that's a real rare one.
I don't like the name of that.
20.
You pass.
Uh,
Malcolm
16.
is charming.
You both pass. You feel like this gnawing in your head that you managed to stave off, but you take 18 reduced to half, so 9 points of psychic damage.
Yeesh.
And it regains half its hit points. Half that back. Half of 9, so 4. Alright. It can't multi-attack if it did that, so now the druid is going to go. It is going to use Verdant Wisp on Dante. Is it within 90 feet? Because it will have advantage. It is. Okay, so because you're restrained, it will have advantage.
Oh man.
And that will be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, no, I can't even shield or anything then.
Alright, so then it will make another one, because it has multi-attack. That's going to be above 24 now.
Oof.
Or it's 24 again, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be 20 necrotic damage in all.
Roddick specifically, gotcha.
Necrotic, yeah.
Ow.
And it's going to take cover behind this stock. Alright, Malcolm.
All right. Poof.
Proof.
He's gonna go right there, and he's gonna wail on this guy recklessly.
Okay.
Hang on, I gotta remember what sort of weapon masteries I have. Okay, yeah, just gonna be the maul then.
Okay, so he's gonna... I'll do the con save prior.
Almost a 20. Nat.
This is for if he trips. He does not trip. This is for the concentration, because I'm just gonna do it. He succeeds the concentration, so... Yeah, so he's just gonna take damage here.
Well, let's see how much damage Malcolm does.
Yeah, if you do 24, then he'll drop it.
18.
All right, so both those things are still active.
Nat 20.
He's, let's just play this out.
All right. 2d6 plus 12 plus
22.
Yeah, 2d6 plus 22.
29.
So yeah, how do you finish him off?
Let's see. He comes down with one swing, and then he brings it into an upswing, and then does a golf club swing and just like thwack and like knocks him into this fungus over here.
Yeah. You see him just sail. I guess you guys didn't see what happened. You just see this Ferris druid just
Oh my gosh.
sail across the air and just smack against the stock here. And his quarterstaff just rolls out from the side. All right, Proteus. All right, you want to do anything else, Malcolm?
I don't think Malcolm can do anything else.
Okay, yeah.
Can he move?
Yeah, but I kind of like this cover. Okay, right there.
Right. Dante has been freed, right?
Yep, Dante has been freed.
Oh, cool.
Okay. I'm beginning to realize a great many wonderful things about Friend here. But for his safety, I think I'll just do this the old-fashioned way. Wait, no, I have advantage on this guy anyway because of fairy fire, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay. Oh, in that case, we'll begin with True Strike.
Okay.
Pop out 2d12 and keep the highest plus 7 now. 19.
That'll hit him.
D8 plus 2d6 plus a 5. Wait, no, it's a 4. 15 damage.
A devastating blow.
Yeah, 15 radiant damage.
And it's kind of writhing in pain too from the radiant damage.
Alright. He's looking bloodied, it looks like.
Yep.
Alright. Let's see what you can do. Friend, go get him.
Bark.
Alright. Friend will make his attack. Let's see. It's plus 5 for him to hit.
It's at advantage.
He gets a dirty 20.
That'll hit it.
Alright. He's a fun friend for sure. Oh, he had pack tactics anyway.
Yeah.
He does 5 piercing damage, and he's knocked prone.
So we have a prone thing that I don't have to do anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
prone.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna get cover over here between the two shrooms.
Okay. Where's the... Yeah, there we go. Look at all these status effects. Alright, back to the top of the round with Dante.
Yep, okay. Since I can see this thing, I'm just gonna go ahead and hit this guy with Sacred Flame.
Yeah.
So, dex save. Yeah, that's definitely a fail.
I didn't take into account the...
Oh.
It's a deck save, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's still 11. No mod. So, yeah, he failed.
Okay, cool. So that is going to be 2d8.
2d8. 2d8.
8 radiant damage.
Alright.
It's vulnerable to that.
It's not vulnerable, but it did something detrimental to it.
Okay. And it's still up.
It's still up. Oh, wait, I did it to the wrong thing. It did 8 damage.
It was this guy.
Yeah. You
Yep.
did 8?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Yeah.
Yep, 8.
Yeah, this thing would go down.
Hey, there we go.
Yeah. Although I was kind of hoping to see Dante run up and pile drive it. Not gonna lie.
So yeah, you see the sacred flame just kind of disintegrate it into nothing, and the spores in the air as they disintegrate.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. And I can't really afford to move up there, so I will go ahead and man, I don't want to use this so early, but I'll use my bonus action to fill the dragon vessel I've got with a potion of healing.
Okay.
I'll have to wait until next turn though to actually drink that.
All right, then it will go to Nicholas.
Alright. Question is not how I will attack it. The question is, do I go in melee or... Yeah. He's gonna... Just for the sake of not bothering with it, he's gonna drop concentration on Fairy Fire since it doesn't matter anymore.
Okay.
And yeah, he's gonna go up to this thing and he is going to True Strike it.
All right, make an attack roll.
Alright. Oops, I was in the wrong place. $20.
20 hits it.
Alright. It takes 12 radiant damage and is under Vex.
All right. Is that your turn?
That'll be his turn.
All right. So hitting it with radiant damage means it will have disadvantage on attacks till the end of its turn.
Okay.
So I will instead just opt not for an attack
Darn it.
and just do that same thing again. I'm just gonna try it. Well, no. Actually, it's gonna hit the direwolf. So it has to do a charisma saving throw.
I got the 1 health.
All right.
Friend.
Actually, this does.
It's a half on a
Yeah.
success, so he's just gone.
Yeah, is it half damage on a save?
He's doing... This doesn't matter because he's trying to heal. So
Okay.
if it passes...
Is it a charm, frighten, petrify, stun kind of thing?
No, it's just absorbing energy.
Okay. Well, good luck, friend. He got him.
Nat 20.
So it only do half damage.
Man,
He's
this
still-
one cuts me out every time I get loud.
So it only do 9, so he's only going to heal 4 again, but the direwolf is... kaput.
Rip.
But that was kind of the most beneficial outcome out of that.
Yeah.
All right, bye, friend.
Okay, we'll go to Malcolm.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20. Poof. Actually... No. 5, 10, and then poof. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and then he's going to pike this thing.
All right.
Uh, 27.
That hits it.
19. Whatever kind of damage pike does.
Yep.
Push 10 feet.
That would be... I'll let you determine if it's going, like, there. Like,
Right there.
right there, okay.
Pike is piercing.
Okay. And Malcolm's gonna go here and he's gonna pike it again.
Okay.
17.
That hits it.
20 damage.
It is, it's looking very ragged. There's holes through it from your piking.
All right, and it's pushed like right there.
Don't do it.
Okay. Is that all you're gonna do?
Yep.
Proteus.
All right. Yeah. Hello there. And then we shoot. Oh no, it's 16.
That still hits it.
Okay. All right. He takes 8 radiant damage.
He has one bit of resolve left in him.
Oh
And
my
his
gosh.
function is if I had a sneak attack in me, he would have died. I suppose I could have hidden before I did this, but I would rather hide here instead.
Okay, make a stealth check.
Which is like what plus? Yeah, it's +9. Yeah.
Okay, you are hidden. You are.
Goodbye, natural 19.
You are, for all intents and purposes, invisible.
Invisible.
All right. Then we're gonna go to Dante.
Yep. I gotta find a spot that has an angle. Let's see.
Sacred
Oh, yeah,
Flame
I can
ignores
see.
half cover, by the way.
Does it?
Yeah. Pretty sure it does.
Oh,
yeah,
it's gonna be
it-
cover. Hold up.
it still goes around cover. You are correct.
I figured as much. I
Is that
remember
a valid
reading that.
square or not? 'Cause it's...
Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Yeah, you're
We are hug
kind of
trees.
pressed against the mushroom, but
Yeah. Fortunately, I think that's still gonna be like half cover making that shot.
yeah.
I mean,
Actually, they might-
again, Sacred Flame doesn't care.
That's true. I do have to at least see it. Which,
You can.
okay, yeah, then I'll just Sacred Flame it.
All right. It failed, and it's just dead.
Nice.
it has 1 HP left, so yeah, it just kind of
Yep.
disintegrates.
Awesome.
And we'll be out of combat after this.
Wonderful. Now, how many of them are considered small creatures?
They were all at least medium.
Well, that's unfortunate.
I
Are we
imagine the
allowed to
one.
scan the druid, or does he not count because he's humanoid?
The druid does not count, but
Okay.
there is a staff next to him.
I get the feeling we should pick that up.
No.
Yeah. Well, we will address that after scanning because, yes.
Nicholas is definitely going to scan the thing that was invisible because I imagine invisibility is probably going to be useful.
Okay, I'll give
Yeah.
I'll give that to you.
We'll probably just decide what we're scanning everything for after session.
All right, just tell me
Definitely.
which ones you want, just so I know.
All right. We had the man with the whiskers that was over here.
Two of
We had
those.
this thing, and then the Paris, and that was it, right?
Yeah.
No,
No,
there
there
was
was
an
the-
extra thing that had armor that
Yeah.
looked. So there was the armored guy. We can't scan the Paris, void fungus, and visible.
Yeah.
So
I'm
we just
thinking
all
one
scan
void,
one of
one
each
armor.
then?
All right, I'll give you.
We can't scan the Paris.
There was a third monster.
Yeah, so there were just 3.
Yeah. So
Yeah, so what are we
So-
scanning 2 of?
This
2
thing.
of the Phantom.
This thing. This thing died last, therefore he's the highest CR, right?
That's not how that logically works.
I'm thinking two of the phantom fungus, one of the
Yeah.
void, and one of the other guy.
Yeah, I feel like the phantom fungus is probably going to have the most valuable stuff to scan off of. So yeah, I'd say two of the phantom fungus, one of the void fungus, and one of the armor guy.
All right, here is the. This is the armor dude. And you said you wanted the void one as well?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll settle what you're taking from him after the fact.
Mhm.
Bro, the Mycota devoted was lawful neutral. Why was it acting in a chaotic manner? I'm kidding.
That wasn't a chaotic matter. And that. All right, we'll put those later, but yeah. All right, we'll say you scanned them and you're gonna take them later. Is there anything else you're doing here?
Alright, so we got the staff here. Might be useful for you, Dante.
You remember
I
what happened
mean-
last time I picked up? Oh wait, you weren't there.
Friend stick.
No friend stick, please.
Let's not have a repeat of the friend stick,
He's
Malcolm.
going for it.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay, you're holding this staff. It's
Friend died.
It
Malcolm.
seems if you were more proficient in spellcasting, you could do something with it, but it's just a quarterstaff to you.
He's standing there waiting for the friends to appear.
And Nicholas is just looking at everyone's hesitation towards this and looking at the stick and Malcolm's expectant gaze, and he's just like, is something supposed to happen, or...
The last time we ran into a druid of any sort carrying something like this, let's just say the last one was cursed.
Now, this one doesn't look like it's cursed.
Not until you get to know it.
Well, Malcolm's not being possessed in any sort.
If you guys
think.
ain't...
He looks very disappointed.
If you guys aren't
Uh,
going to grab it, I will, but I think it's best on Dante.
I mean, if we want, we can have someone ritual cast identify on it.
Malcolm hands it
see.
over to Nicholas for Nicholas to do with it as he pleases.
Okay, yeah. Nicholas takes it. Do you want it, Dante, or shall I keep it?
I don't think I'd be able to really find any methods of attuning to this. Not right now.
Alright, I guess I'll temporarily keep it then.
So you're just going to you just want to have it on you?
Can we take a short rest to attune to it now?
Yeah, if you want.
Okay, I wouldn't
I mean,
mind
I guess in
getting...
that case I could, but the problem is I'd have to drop attunement to one item, which I
I'm
guess
more
I
like
could-
we all we know is that it affects spellcasters, so we're taking a small risk by doing it this way.
That's true.
I only have 2 attunement slots, so I could
All
certainly
right, well,
I
take
could
it.
give you
fair
the
enough.
pearl power and take it since it's a quarterstaff.
What's the weapon mastery for quarterstaffs?
Topple.
Topple's pretty good.
Topple is pretty good. The problem is I wouldn't have any weapon masteries, but you would.
Yeah. I guess for now, just so that we're not like shuffling and stuff like that, I think for
Yeah.
now we'll have Nicholas keep it, but we can
Let's
perhaps
not
after this.
to it yet.
Well, no, I mean attune to. There's no reason not to attune. To
Yeah, because he has an open slot for it. If it doesn't work on him, we'll know.
I think for now we'll leave it for Nicholas, but if we decide later on, depending on what this thing does, we can, after this adventure, we can trade this for the Pearl Power.
Right.
Yeah. For now, if we're gonna take a short rest, Dante, do you have the ability to get back one of your divine inspirations on a short rest or whatever it's called?
Where is that?
I'm gonna roll a hit die, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah,
Getting
I'm going
back
to
one
as
of
Well,
well.
that's why I'm
things.
asking for that is because if he gets one of his back on a short rest, he can heal you for a D8 for free, basically.
I don't know if I have that yet. Hold
It's part of Channel Divinity, isn't it?
up.
Yeah, I'm gonna start
Yeah,
rolling.
it's part. Yeah, it's part of Divine Spark. You restore hit points
Yeah,
equal
I'm
to
just looking
to
for it
the
'cause I guess.
total. You regain one expended use when you finish a short rest.
Oh yeah, one per short rest, one per long rest.
Yeah, so I don't know
Or
if you just
all
want
per.
to use that on yourself to spare yourself a hit
Yeah,
dice or what have you, or
yeah.
on Nicholas to save him because he got punched up pretty bad.
I've only got 13 HP right now.
Yeah, you go ahead. You're much lower than me.
All right.
Okay.
So is someone's attuning to the staff?
Nicholas is, yeah.
All right. It is an enspelled weapon. It is a enspelled quarterstaff with a fog cloud inside of it.
Oh, interesting.
Oh, that is interesting. That's nice.
Sorry, I zoned out. Did I get a D8 of health back?
No, it's just one person gets it, and since I was lowest,
Okay, that's fine.
roll for
All right,
myself.
let's see what I get here. 10. I think
Nice.
that tops me off.
Ah,
Neat.
give me a second. I'll be right back.
Okay. Friend 2.0 is here.
Oh, you're just gonna make another one?
Yeah. Might as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Fair enough.
Okay, there we are.
I'm leveraging this illusionist stuff.
Okay.
All right. 8 plus his con is 2, I believe. Yeah.
And
If you need the stats for enspelled weapon, it's
Yeah.
it's just it it's pretty much just a normal quarterstaff with D6 charges in it. DC.
Okay.
It doesn't really have a save for this for fog cloud, so you don't really need that stuff.
would it just be your own save?
But no,
Since you have
but fog cloud doesn't have a save,
Oh,
right? And there's no attack, so he doesn't need that part of it. So it's just you
Yeah,
can cast
so
fog cloud 6 times.
that's
A day.
pretty good for us.
Mhm.
Just think Malcolm is white. Fog is white. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
okay, they're going topped off.
And you notice a charge is gone too.
Yeah.
I wonder why.
So it only has 5 in it at the moment.
Yeah, that's still pretty decent.
They recharge on a long rest, so yeah.
All right.
Okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
This obviously uses my concentration, right?
Yeah, it would use your concentration.
Gotcha. Okay. Anyways, I topped off at HP, so I don't think so. I think we continue on.
All right, everyone roll d6s for me.
Oh no.
Ah, yes. Yes.
Why?
Ah, that's.
Why?
Oh, yes. Give me another one.
Ah, man. Okay.
Give me
hold
another
up.
one.
Dante, please give us
Well, another one at least. But still, that's 2 more ones.
Okay.
why?
You continue through and you notice the mushrooms and fungi are beginning to become more dense as you go deeper into this forest, to the point where almost the spores floating in the air are making almost fog. You can still see through it and everything. But you begin going deeper and deeper. And over yonder, you can see a structure. It looks like almost a small fort in ruins.
Is that it, guys?
Certainly possible.
Probably.
Huh?
Given how dense the spores are getting.
Yeah. Well, everyone, let's get ready.
Yeah, I suppose. How big does the structure look? Like, I'm assuming we're seeing like the outside of a wall, and there's like an inner courtyard, and then there's like a big building in the middle.
It's more so off in the distance. Like you see it kind of elevated, sort of above the the mushroom line, where you just kind of see almost palisades. But it's not a very big one. It's large, but it's not like massive. It's not like a massive like Halidom or anything. It's just this small fort. Well, small relatively speaking. Like it looks to be the size of like a church.
Interesting.
I'd like to blow the roof off this thing, but I think that would take way too much effort.
I mean, we just gotta keep going towards it, right?
All right. So you're just going to go towards it.
Might want to send a friend out to see if there's any traps first.
Well, it's way off in the distance.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, sorry. I thought we were like right near. Okay, yeah, then we're just gonna go towards it.
All right. You begin going through the fungus-infested forest some more towards this structure. And the ground before you was grassy. But a few feet in front of you, you notice like these tendrils of roots coming out, causing this very uneven, lumpy, morphed terrain where the structure is. And you see dead tree stumps erupting with colorful fungus, and almost this barren open field, like littered with these stumps, but there's still kind of mushrooms overhead, causing it to be dimly lit in here. For the sake of what are you gonna do here? You are on the grassy terrain, and you're going into the kind of more difficult terrain.
Nicholas is going to try and cast Starry Wisp to see if that'll destroy the mushrooms and allow us to sort of traverse without it being as difficult.
The roots are sprawling and all over the place, so you just hit like one part of some roots. It's just a tangled network of them. So
Ah.
I'm. I don't have the level of spell slot I would need to get us out of this.
But you could still do that. Is that what you're gonna do?
It'll probably make us slow, but
It would make you very slow. Because
It's a trap.
it'd be like shoot, tss, walk, shoot, tss, walk, shoot. You know.
What if we lit a torch?
But things lighting the forest on fire while we're inside it might not be.
No. So remember the whole thing with the the spores in general and other things seem to at least retreat slightly to light. Just wondering if there'd be any use in having a torch out here.
You could try holding produce flame and see if it'd make it easier for us to walk across.
And I'll do that.
All right. So yeah, holding a flame in your hand does cause them to kind of shift and retreat a little bit, but it will still be difficult terrain.
Gotcha.
I guess
I'll go ahead and light some torches then for the others.
But as you before you light torches, as you make that path in front of you, you see the ground start to shudder. And from it, almost like a time lapse photo of a plant growing, a huge, almost humanoid figure, and I say humanoid as in humanoid figure, with begins to just grow, and these protrusions from its head begin to spider out, and this large cape made out of almost that same gray matter or gray netting material that was on the dead rats just kind of falls down gracefully from it. It's long and spindly, like its arms are very thin, its body is very thin and spindly. It has roots kind of connected to the ground, but it has this almost feminine appearance. It doesn't appear to be hostile, but it looks at you, Dante.
I think we found what was it? The lady, veiled lady.
And almost in an instant, when you think those words, Dante, your mind begins not hurting, but it feels like it's being probed, and these words that just it almost doesn't have the bandwidth in your mind to express it to you, and you hear in this voice you can't even really describe because it's in your head. It says, oh no, sadness, loss, grief, apologies, regret, sorrow, yes, sorrow. These ones were connected, and now they are no longer, ceased, stilled, gone. But why? Why break? Why unmake? Why refuse?
Can I
It's in
tell
my
if this
head.
is like a creature or if this is a like a projection or manifestation, if you will?
Be a little more specific, or you just want to find out something about it, or are you trying to see if it's an illusion?
Like is it like is this basically it speaking through a tree, or is there like a dryad here?
It's speaking in Dante's mind, so you
Yeah, you have not heard
Well,
anything.
what I mean is we saw this thing just pop out of the ground.
Yeah.
And so I'm just like, is this look like it's a creature, or does it look like, something's just
Um,
tree walking or talking or whatever?
do a investigation or nature check.
All right. Investigation 24.
This is definitely a creature, and it's definitely real, and it is huge.
Okay.
And it says to you all, ah, introductions, yes, greetings, salutations, good morning, good night, hello.
Hi.
He is, she is, they are it is. This one is the Veiled Lady.
Well, gee, guys, she seems nice.
Uh-huh.
Dante like sort of strains and just tilts his head. He's trying to crack his neck, and this thing's trying to get in my head, guys.
More like it's taking words you know and trying to use them properly. It begins speaking to all of you with the same feeling inside of your head. You are displeased, angry, confused, not eating grass. No. There's no need, no reason, no cause. You are here to join, to be, to become.
How about you, get out of my head? And Nicholas is gonna use one of the charges to cast Fog Cloud around this thing.
Uh-oh.
You don't hear it anymore, but you don't see it anymore.
Oh, good.
Why'd you do that? She was just talking to us.
She was
I don't
in
know
our
if I
head,
would
and I
say
just
just talking to us, but the moment I hear the words "join,"
Well, maybe she just wants friends.
Malcolm. That,
this is the same thing that did
let's go.
everything to Gus.
Let's go while it's in the fog cloud. We don't have time to spend talking with this.
Oh,
thing.
you put it over it?
Yeah.
Okay, it just walks outside of the fog cloud. Or it moves. I thought you put it on yourselves.
No, I put it over it.
Yeah, it just moves out of it. It says to you, we are acquaintances, companions, friends, and friends talk it out, right?
Yeah, we talk.
Uh-huh.
So, why are you turning people into mushrooms?
Turning into mushrooms, joining. These ones before were lost, wandering, alone, afraid. Now they are whole, together, one. You
I
break
disagree.
them, you cut them down. This one, the Veiled Lady, does not understand. You do not wish to be whole.
Nah, not really.
There ain't nothing whole about that.
Don't worry, be at peace. Not taking, not stealing, not enslaving, never. No chains, no cages, no hunger, only gifts, only connection. He, she, they, it, this one gives purpose, meaning, warmth. No pain, no fear, not alone. Would you like to see? To feel?
Well,
Where
already
is
seen.
Renee and
Guys!
Lauren?
Malcolm just kind of bumps into Proteus. Let me talk to it. And he looks at her and says, "Now I know where you're coming from. Trust me, I do. People see we do this thing called sleeping, and sleeping. It's like what you said. You're not scared. Nothing hurts. You get to see all this cool stuff, but some people just don't want to sleep, and I'm not sure why, but they try not to. But you can't make people just. Well, I mean, I can make people sleep." But sometimes people just don't want to sleep, and if they're not doing anything wrong, then you can't just tell people they have to sleep. I mean, if they're grown up, they can make their own sleep schedules.
Malcolm, I'll give you d6 of luck points for that. But
5.
would you like to see, to feel, to know? Open your mind, your thoughts, your heart, your lungs. Breathe and grow with me.
No.
I think we've already seen what happens.
If you are one, where is Renee? Where is Lauren? Who is Renee? Who is Lauren?
They are down.
What about Gus?
Gus, intruder, the one sending back to not get those to unmake what I have built. Yes, Gus had to stop it. Because too much resistance, fear. Why reject? Why tear? Why destroy? This one only mends. This one only helps. Why
You see, there's this
suffer?
thing called... You see, there's this thing called free will, and I happen to kind of like mine.
Gus was not happy after realizing what happened to him.
Yeah, I put the mushrooms to sleep, and he woke up, and he was free, and he didn't like it. It made him really scared. What you're doing is scaring people.
Oh, no, 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 no. Let this one show you. Let this one be friends. Let this one talk it out. Let this one be a companion. Let this one... Let us be friends.
Your
All
friendship...
right. I'll humor you if we do it in a safe environment.
Yes, what are you doing?
And he'll look at Malcolm. And he'll ask the shroom person lady thing, do you sleep?
Sleep, unconsciousness, dreams. This one does not dream. The veiled lady does not dream. The veiled lady is always awake. The heart is always awake.
Then how could you show if not in a dream?
It extends its hand and beckons you to come over.
All right.
Proteus.
Oh man, I wish I had that spell right now. um. All right.
You know as well as
I'll
I
have
do what
friend.
that
I'll send
means.
friend over.
All right.
I don't know what will happen to friend, but
You're gonna send it over to this creature.
yeah. I mean, if she wants a demonstration, we'll see what happens to friend. He's the guinea pig.
Except it's
He's a construct, so I don't know what will happen. He's also maintained by my concentration, so I don't know what will happen.
So it the direwolf goes over and it kind of extends its hand on it, but nothing happens. This one, the veiled lady, this creature is not alive. This creature does not work. This creature cannot be friend. This creature is useless.
Oh, how unfortunate. Then I guess you're not showing us anything.
You, 1, 2, 3, 4. You 4, come over here, and we can talk it out.
Yeah.
You're about 70 feet away from it, I should point out.
Oh. Does it look like it's trying really hard to get us to go specifically within like its reach? Like it can't get closer?
Do an insight check on it.
Dirty 20.
This is it seems to have trepidation in its voice, meaning that it's trying to just get you to go over it on your terms instead of some other method it used before.
Instead of
Almost like there's some bit of remorse for a way it did before, and now it's just trying to do it a different way to uh, play to you. Like it's trying to put it more simple and simply. It's trying not to be forceful.
Hmm.
you guys are thinking, I'm still deeping. Obviously, we're not going over there. But
If
Yeah, it's like
if you
if you,
if you do not do it this way, I'm going to have to do it the bad way.
you could just not do it either way.
I
If
If
have
you're
to live, to survive, to spread, to grow. This one, he, she, they, it, the veiled lady, needs to spread, to live, to survive, to be happy. So we should be friends and talk it out.
all right, let's
all
talk it out.
right.
If you wanna live, then you wanna know what you shouldn't do? Take control over people and cause enemies to come to you. Because I'm gonna be honest, we aren't gonna be the only ones. And eventually, someone will come that has the power to kill you. Whereas if you just keep to yourself and only have your friends that are willing to join willingly, then you know what? You might actually survive. You might actually live. You won't spread, but. Well, would you rather spread and die, or would you rather stay contained and live?
This one must spread. This one has to spread. This one has to make everyone connected. This one must make you connected. You cannot remember this one. This one must become stronger before someone, entities, others come.
Well then, I
Who's
suppose.
coming?
Travelers, adventurers, explorers, thieves, rogues, warriors, all come.
Well, like I said, that's the consequences of your actions. So, here's how it's gonna work. If you want to live, then you release the adventurers you have under your spores and you keep to yourself. Otherwise, you die.
Oh, no, 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 no. This is not right. This is wrong. You are wrong. This one does not hurt. This one does not take. And yet you wish harm on this one, to break, to cut, to burn, like you did the rest. You bring suffering. You bring death. Death is bad. No, not bad. Not good. Just empty. Empty is sad. Empty is alone. This one will not be alone. If you will not join, then you will feed. And there's where we'll leave off.
All right.
Okay. Well. Fun little battle.
It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah. In any case,
Big.
yeah, we will see you next time.
Woo!
Bye, everyone.
Bye.